Have you ever wondered why your dog looks at you with such unwavering devotion? It's more than just training or affection, there's a profound biological reason behind their legendary loyalty. We're about to unveil the hidden genetic blueprint that makes dogs our most faithful companions. Backhand index pointing right. Every dog owner knows that unique bond, the way your dog greets you at the door, the comfort they offer, their endless loyalty. But what if we told you this deep devotion isn't just learned, but hardwired into their very DNA? Prepare to understand your best friend on a whole new level. Backhand index pointing right. What if the unconditional love from your dog isn't just emotional, but a result of ancient genetic programming? For centuries, we've marveled at canine loyalty. Now, we're finally cracking the code, revealing the surprising biological mechanisms that make dogs the ultimate loyal companions. 1. The ancestral bond, wolves to woofs. Dogs weren't always the loyal, tail-wagging companions we know today. If you go back thousands of years, their ancestors were wild wolves, animals that lived in tightly organized social groups. Loyalty wasn't optional for wolves, it was survival. Within the pack, every member relied on cooperation, trust, and shared responsibility. Hunting, raising pups, and protecting territory all depended on loyalty to the group. At some point in history, scientists estimate between 15,000 and 40,000 years ago, certain wolves began hanging around human settlements. They scavenged scraps but also offered something in return: protection, companionship, and eventually, partnership in hunting. Humans, in turn, selected the friendliest, most cooperative wolves. Over generations, these wolves evolved into the first domesticated dogs. What's fascinating is that loyalty wasn't just an accidental byproduct of domestication, it was likely the very trait early humans selected for. Wolves that showed signs of devotion, trust, and cooperative spirit thrived alongside humans. Those without those traits? They stayed wild. In short, loyalty became embedded in the canine genetic code, transforming wild wolves into man's best friend. 2. Wolf pack dynamics, the blueprint for loyalty. Backhand index pointing right. Ever wonder where dogs learned the meaning of loyalty in the first place? The answer lies in their ancestors' pack structure. In a wolf pack, survival depends on loyalty to the group. Wolves don't thrive as solitary animals, they rely on hunting together, protecting pups, and supporting one another. Each wolf has a role, from the alpha leaders who guide the pack to the younger wolves who learn and contribute. Betraying the pack could mean losing food, safety, or even life itself. This pack mentality carried over to domesticated dogs. Instead of a wolf pack, your dog now sees your family as their pack. The behaviors you witness today, following you around, guarding your home, showing excitement when you return, are echoes of ancient wolf loyalty. The genetic code that once bound wolves to their pack leaders now binds dogs to us. When you understand this connection, your dog's loyalty isn't just cute behavior. It's the survival instinct of their ancestors, rewritten into a modern bond between species. 3. The critical role of early human-canine interactions. Dogs didn't just randomly become loyal, humans had a big hand in shaping that trait. Thousands of years ago, people began rewarding the friendliest, most cooperative wolves. Those wolves that showed trust, playfulness, and calmness were more likely to get food and shelter. In turn, these wolves passed their temperament down to their offspring. Over generations, humans essentially programmed loyalty into dogs by continuously favoring those that stuck close, responded to cues, and bonded with humans. This selective partnership created not just domestication, but a unique interspecies bond that no other animal has replicated on such a scale. Here's the kicker: this bond wasn't one-sided. Humans benefited from dogs' loyalty too. They gained hunters, guards, and eventually emotional companions. Dogs and humans co-evolved, shaping each other's behaviors and even biology. This is why, When you look into your dog's eyes today, you're not just seeing affection, you're seeing thousands of years of selective bonding written into their DNA. 4. The oxytocin effect, love in a bottle. Backhand index pointing right. Did you know that when you look into your dog's eyes, your body releases the same hormone that bonds mothers to babies? That hormone is oxytocin, often called the cuddle hormone. It plays a massive role in building trust, affection, and loyalty. When a dog and their human engage in eye contact or physical affection, oxytocin levels spike in both. It's a biological feedback loop. You pet your dog, oxytocin rises, your dog feels closer to you, you feel closer to your dog, and the cycle strengthens your bond over time. Studies show that dogs who gaze longer at their owners trigger higher oxytocin levels in both themselves and their humans. This isn't just coincidence, it's genetic programming at work. Evolution hardwired dogs to use eye contact and touch as a loyalty signal, ensuring their place within the human pack. So, when your dog curls up beside you, it's not only comfort, it's biology reinforcing your bond on a chemical level. 5. Scientific proof, oxytocin and dogs. Researchers in Japan conducted a groundbreaking study where they measured oxytocin levels before and after interactions between dogs and owners. The results were striking. Mutual gazing and petting significantly raised oxytocin in both species. This mirrors the parent-child bond, where oxytocin strengthens attachment and trust. The fact that dogs evolved this oxytocin-driven bond with humans is extraordinary. No other domesticated species shows the same hormonal feedback loop. Cats, horses, and livestock form attachments, but they don't trigger oxytocin in quite the same way. This means your dog's loyalty isn't just emotional or behavioral, it's chemically embedded. The science confirms what every dog owner feels, that their pup's devotion is as real and profound as any human relationship. 6. Reciprocal gazing, the power of eye contact. Backhand index pointing right. Have you ever noticed how your dog holds your gaze as if they're looking right into your soul? That's not accidental. Eye contact between dogs and humans is one of the strongest bonding tools. In the wild, wolves rarely use prolonged eye contact with each other, as it can signal dominance or threat. But domesticated dogs evolved differently. Instead of aggression, their gaze toward humans became a tool of affection and trust. When your dog stares at you with those soulful eyes, oxytocin levels rise in both of you, strengthening loyalty. This adaptation is unique to the human-dog relationship. It's why so many owners describe eye contact with their dog as deeply emotional, because, at a biological level, it is. Your dog's gaze is their way of saying, "You're my pack. You're my world." 7. The genetic signatures of loyalty. Scientists have discovered that certain genes related to social cognition are strongly linked to canine loyalty. For example, genes that affect neurotransmitter pathways like dopamine and serotonin also influence how dogs interpret human cues, respond to training, and form attachments. Some research suggests that variations in these genes may explain why certain breeds, like retrievers, shepherds, or collies, seem more loyal than others. These breeds were selectively bred for cooperative tasks like herding, retrieving, and guarding, which reinforced loyalty traits. What's exciting is that researchers are now mapping the canine genome to uncover exactly how these traits are expressed. While loyalty is influenced by environment and training, science shows it is also a deeply genetic characteristic, woven into dogs' biological makeup. 8. Breed-specific loyalty, nature meets nurture. Backhand index pointing right. Is it possible some dogs are genetically predisposed to loyalty more than others? The answer is yes, but with a twist. Certain breeds were developed specifically for loyalty-based tasks. German shepherds, for instance, were bred to guard and protect, reinforcing their devotion to their handler. Retrievers were bred to work closely with hunters, developing cooperative tendencies. On the flip side, independent breeds like Afghan hounds were developed for solitary hunting, which means they may display loyalty differently. But here's the twist, environment still plays a huge role. A so-called independent breed raised with love and consistency can still form unbreakable bonds. Genetics provide the blueprint, but experience fills in the details. So yes, some breeds may lean toward loyalty by design, but every dog has the potential to be deeply devoted with the right bond. 9. Ongoing genomic research. The field of canine genetics is exploding. Researchers are now sequencing dog DNA to better understand traits like loyalty, intelligence, and even empathy. Early findings show that certain genes tied to oxytocin receptors may directly influence a dog's ability to form strong social bonds. This research isn't just academic, it has real-world applications. By understanding the genetic underpinnings of loyalty, scientists can improve breeding programs, support service dog training, and even shed light on human social disorders. After all, if loyalty is written in a dog's DNA, studying it might help us understand ourselves better too. 10. Brain chemistry and loyalty. Backhand index pointing right. Did you know your dog's brain lights up when they see you, literally? Brain imaging studies reveal that dogs experience strong neural activation when exposed to their owner's scent. This activity is linked to dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. In simple terms, your smell makes your dog's brain happy. Serotonin, another neurotransmitter, also plays a role. It regulates mood and emotional stability, ensuring that dogs remain calm and loyal in their relationships. Together, dopamine and serotonin form the chemical foundation of canine devotion. So when your dog chooses to stick by your side, it's not just habit, it's their brain rewarding them for loving you. 11. Processing human cues. One of the most unique aspects of dogs is their ability to interpret human gestures and expressions. Unlike wolves, dogs can follow a pointing finger, read facial expressions, and even detect subtle emotional changes in their owner's voice. This ability is hardwired into their brains and reinforced by positive experiences. It allows dogs to communicate seamlessly with humans, deepening loyalty. Every time you point, speak, or smile, your dog's brain is working overtime to understand and connect with you. That constant feedback loop of communication is another genetic foundation of loyalty. 12. Canine versus human brain structures. When scientists compare canine and human brains, one area stands out, the caudate nucleus, which processes rewards. In both species, this region lights up when exposed to loved ones. For dogs, seeing or smelling their owner activates the same part of the brain that responds to treats. This means your dog values you as much, or even more, than food rewards. The genetic wiring of their brain ensures that bonding with you is as satisfying as eating. That's why loyalty isn't just behavior, it's a built-in biological reward system. 13. Genetics and empathy in dogs. Backhand index pointing right. Have you ever felt like your dog understands your emotions without you saying a word? That's because dogs have genetic traits that support empathy. Certain genes influence their ability to sense and mirror human emotions. When you're sad, your dog may lower their ears, nuzzle, or sit quietly beside you. When you're excited, they mirror your energy. This empathic response isn't accidental, it's in their DNA. Over thousands of years, humans likely selected dogs that showed empathy, reinforcing this genetic trait. Today, it's one of the strongest elements of canine loyalty. 14. Beyond biology, environment matters too. While genetics form the blueprint, environment builds the house. A dog's loyalty is strengthened by how they're treated. Positive reinforcement, consistency, and love create trust, while neglect or harsh treatment can weaken the bond. This is why two dogs of the same breed, with similar genetics, may show very different levels of loyalty depending on their upbringing. Your role as a caretaker activates and amplifies the loyalty already present in your dog's DNA. 15. Training and trust, building on genetics. Training is another way to nurture loyalty. Dogs that are trained with positive reinforcement, rewards, praise, and patience build stronger bonds with their humans. Punishment-based methods, on the other hand, can damage trust and weaken loyalty. Think of training as activating the genetic loyalty switch. The more your dog learns that good things happen when they trust and follow you, the deeper their devotion becomes. It's not just about obedience, it's about partnership. 16. Communication, speaking their language. Backhand index pointing right. What if I told you your dog is constantly talking to you, without saying a word? Dogs communicate through body language, facial expressions, and even subtle shifts in posture. Learning to read these signals is one of the best ways to strengthen loyalty. When your dog feels understood, trust grows. When trust grows, loyalty deepens. This is where the science meets everyday life. Genetics gave dogs the ability to connect, but communication keeps that connection alive. It's a two-way street, and one that builds lifelong devotion. 17. The role of play in strengthening loyalty. Play isn't just fun, it's bonding. Tug-of-war, fetch, or even silly wrestling sessions release endorphins in both you and your dog. These playful interactions tap into the same brain chemistry that reinforces loyalty. Dogs genetically crave social interaction, and play satisfies that craving while reinforcing you as the center of their happiness. In a sense, every joyful game is a loyalty-building exercise, hardwired into their biology. 18. Dogs as social mirrors. Dogs don't just respond to human emotions, they mirror them. This trait is partly genetic and partly environmental. When you're relaxed, your dog becomes relaxed. When you're anxious, they often pick up on that too. This mirroring is a form of loyalty in action. Your dog's body and brain are tuned to align with you. They're not just coexisting, they're synchronizing. This ability explains why dogs make such effective therapy animals, offering comfort and calmness by reflecting the emotions of those around them. 19. The human benefit of canine loyalty. Dogs may be loyal because of their genetics, but humans benefit just as much. Studies show that dog ownership reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and increases feelings of happiness. The genetic blueprint of canine loyalty has shaped human society too, from hunting partnerships in the past to emotional support in the present. That means loyalty isn't just about what dogs do for us. It's about how this ancient bond has shaped our evolution as well. Our relationship with dogs has literally changed the way humans live, love, and thrive. 20. The enduring mystery of canine devotion. At the end of the day, the question isn't just why are dogs loyal, but how did loyalty become their defining trait? From wolf packs to oxytocin, from genetic signatures to brain chemistry, every piece of evidence points to one truth: loyalty is hardwired into the canine soul. When your dog curls up beside you, follows you from room to room, or looks at you with those loving eyes, you're witnessing thousands of years of evolution, science, and selective genetics at work. Their devotion is more than affection, it's their genetic destiny. Backhand index pointing right, so the next time your pup greets you at the door or rests their head on your lap, remember that loyalty isn't just a sweet behavior. It's the product of evolution, genetics, and biology working together to make dogs the most devoted companions on Earth. If you loved diving into the science behind canine loyalty, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share this with another dog lover. Because understanding our dogs isn't just fascinating, it's the best way to give back the love they've been hardwired to give us.